Hey, what's going on, my friends? I hope everyone's having a great day today. It's it's Wednesday, August 4th. It's the afternoon. Somebody asked a question on Twitter regarding my gold trade today and where I put a alert. And Katie had asked the same question, so I thought if I'm getting this question twice, it might be a good idea to make a video on it and give some insight. So this is a response and talking about how I set my alerts. So without further ado, let's get into it. We had gold this morning and it had this major sell-off. I was able to catch this scalp in between these levels here. So at the time, I was not watching the chart until I had my alert set, until I had my alert go off, triggered. I was watching MES as well to see what it was going to potentially do, as I was watching this for a long, as we had this descending momentum from the downside moving up to the upside, so I was looking for a long. And with this being said, that goes back to the gold. So the question that I believe it was Tom D, I don't mean to mess up your name, but I believe the Twitter user, what he was asking me is, at what point did I set my alert and where did I set it? What did I set it based on? So it's a great question. I wake up every morning at 5:30, start looking at charts around 5:45, 5:50, and I generally have a rule. Occasionally I will break it, but 99% of the time I don't like to trade until after 6:30 because that's the American Open, that's stock market open. So at this point, it's 6:30, 6:15, and I notice it's around 6:30. I notice on the 5-minute we're starting to get this descending momentum. And excuse me if you can hear the working in the background. They're doing a lot of construction work on my street. Sorry about that. But on the 5-minute we had these descending momentum of RSI after this large run up. So I'm expecting a reversal. Now that goes over to the 30-minute chart. On the RSI, we were still way up here. We were in the 50s, and this is where I set my alert. So if I were to take this trade, I would need to see RSI either do a volume bomb or below zero in the other direction. There's no way I'm taking this trade without one of those conditions being met. So with that said, my trigger, my alert, is set to the RSI. So I had it set, I believe, somewhere around 17, somewhere around the 20 level. And basically what that does is it tells me, hey, pay attention to gold. It's starting to fall below 20 after being so extended. It's time to start watching it. So once I got that trigger, I was looking at MES. I moved right over to gold. I looked over it and I noticed we had this 3CR. I noticed we got a pullback, and it was about this candle right here at 7 o'clock where I started to pay attention. And so I waited for this candle to close below the dragon. Once it closed below the dragon, I waited for the next candle to open. Once it broke this area, this level of support, and I can show you where I got that too from. So you can see right here, this is a uptrend where a low made a new high. So in an uptrend, when we get these lows that make new highs, those are strong buyers because they overwhelm the sellers. So that was a area of support, and then the next level below was another low that created a new high in this uptrend. So these were my two levels to trade in between. And you can see we're all clear space here until these two levels. So those were my two levels. And yeah, once it broke below this, I took it and just scalped it and did my thing. We had a break below 20 level trigger and it closed. So that's that trigger. We also had a volume bomb on the 15-minute. We had a volume bomb on the 30-minute. So everything was lined up. I had every single piece to the puzzle. Everything checked off my checklist. Took the trade, and that was it. That was my trade. So I hope that answered your question. Always let me know if you guys have questions. I love answering them. I will make more videos if I get more questions like this. So it just gives me things to think about as well. So yeah, guys, I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.